Same metal part, same material, same tolerances, but the quotes you get back can vary by 200% or more. And the difference is not the suppliers, it's which manufacturing method you select when you submit your RFQ. Most teams do not know which method fits their volume, so they choose CNC by default and then they overpay. Or they pick stamping when their batch is just too small to justify the tooling. In the next 6 minutes, you will see exactly which method saves you money for your volume and your design. At Haizol, we work with 300,000 plus sourcing professionals across more than 800,000 manufacturers in Asia. And we've processed over 1 million RFQs globally. Every day we see buyers choose the wrong manufacturing method for their volume. And that one decision determines whether they pay $50 or $180 for the exact same part. CNC machining starts with a solid block of metal, and then computer controlled cutting tools remove material until you have your final part. That's best for 10 to 5,000 parts with tight tolerances as precise as plus or minus 0.0025 millimeters and complex 3D geometry. It gets expensive at very low volumes due to fixed setup costs, and above 5,000 parts when looser tolerances make casting or stamping cheaper. Bottom line is, CNC is your precision default for 10 to 5,000 parts. Casting works by pouring molten metal into a mold. Two main types here. You have sand casting, which is cheaper tooling, plus or minus 0.5 millimeters, and then you have investment casting, which is finer detail, plus or minus 0.15 to 0.25 millimeters. Now, it's cheapest when you need internal cavities or 500 plus parts where tooling costs spread thin, but it gets expensive at low volumes and with design changes that require new molds. The bottom line is, casting wins at 500 plus units with complex cavities. Sheet metal fabrication takes flat sheets through cutting, bending, and stamping. It's cheapest for enclosures and brackets at high volume. At 10,000 brackets, and stamping might cost $3 per part versus $30 for CNC. But it gets expensive at low to medium volumes with stamping dies costing $5,000 to $25,000. The bottom line is this: sheet metal dominates when we're talking about more than 1,000 thin-walled parts. Forging heats metal, then uses massive force to compress and shape it, aligning grain structures for exceptional strength. Now, it's best for more than 1,000 high-strength parts like gears and automotive components, but it's expensive for tight tolerances and complex geometry, which may need secondary CNC. Bottom line, forging wins when strength matters more than precision. MIM. This is best for more than 10,000 small, intricate parts under 100 grams. Extrusion. This is best for uniform profiles, tubes, rails, frames with consistent cross-section. Metal 3D printing, best for 1 to 50 prototypes with complex geometry. $50 to $300 per part. Doesn't scale above 100 units. Prototype or complex geometry under 50 units, 3D print or CNC. 100 to 5,000 precision parts, CNC. 10,000 or more small intricate parts, MIM. 10,000 or more thin-walled parts, sheet metal stamping. High-strength parts, forging. Complex internal cavities, casting. Uniform profiles, extrusion. When you get a $180 CNC quote and casting would have been $45, it's because you picked the wrong method for your volume. Once you submit to the wrong service category, you only get quotes for that method. If you submit to CNC and your part should have been cast, well, every quote will be CNC pricing. You'll never know how you could have saved 60%. And that is the gap this framework fills. Go to Haizol, submit your RFQ, select the right process category with design files, material, quantity, and tolerances. Within 24 hours, you get 5 to 15 competitive quotes from verified suppliers who specialize in that method. Real case study. An automotive supplier needed 500 CNC brackets. Quotes came back from $8,200 to $12,400, which was a 51% spread. They chose the mid-range verified supplier and they saved $2,800 versus their usual broker. Buyers typically save 20 to 30% by comparing multiple verified suppliers. Screenshot the decision framework table. Use the free RFQ tool in the description to submit to the right service category and get multiple quotes in 24 hours. Drop any manufacturing questions you got in the comments and I'll respond to everyone.